the biggest mistake I see with job seekers is that they make a job search about themselves, but a job search is about the company.
Wow, that's powerful. Let's talk more about that.
Sure.
What does it mean? It's more about the company.
The whole premise, and let me see if I can get you to answer this. So a job listing solves what?
Job listing gets the right candidate into the pipeline for the company to select from.
Why? Why do they need that?
Because the company needs a person to solve a problem for the company.
Exactly. So a job listing and a need for a job is a business need for a company. So if you come at that like this is you need a job, it's the wrong strategy. You're looking at it from your perspective of needing a job. Well, guess what? There's millions of people around the world that need jobs. Who cares if you need a job? These companies are not charity cases. They're going to be paying you. They're going to take risk to bring you on board. You could ruin the culture at the company. You could ruin their bottom line. This is how companies think about it. I'm just being honest. This is how companies think about it, is that they've been burned by candidates before.
Right.
So if you're coming in there like, I need a job, it's like, well, go somewhere else. We don't care. And that's why you don't get any responses. That's why people don't, not only don't hear back from an automated system, but they don't hear back at all. They just get completely ghosted. And then they sit there in this perpetual loop of negativity where they have no idea what they're doing wrong. But it starts with a simple reframing of your mindset to know that this is a business problem that you need to solve. So they're testing you. The job listing, the interview process is all a test to de-risk your ability and competency to solve their business problem. That's what this is.
I love that. So the people who are listening to that, knowing that you're solving a business problem, how do they show up? Like how do they initiate the conversation? What kind of things did they tell? What are some tips that you have for a job seeker?
Yeah. Well,
now trying to solve the problem.
Yeah. I mean, again, all this stuff starts with personal relationships, because as much as they need someone who's competent, at some point in the interview process, everybody is competent. If you get into second, third round interviews, everybody that's still interviewing is competent. They have a trust that they can do the job. Now it's like, do we like this person? Do we want to work with this person?
Right.
So that's really where the key is up front, because the more upfront work you do to develop this connection based on relationship, by the time you get to the competency part, you've already are liked more. If you've ever gotten that message that says we went with someone that's more qualified, a lot of the times, if you felt like you were really the same qualifications as someone, at anybody at that level, and you got that message, it's because they didn't like you enough, or they didn't like you as much as the other person. And I'm just being honest, that's a cop out a lot of time of companies to have to say that they didn't like you as much as the other person. Or the other person had a relationship in the company. That's literally the defining factor in, like they say, 80% of the cases.
100%. No, that's such an amazing insight. So going to from networking, having the right mindset, trying to solve a problem for the company, starting early on to build a case where they build a relationship where they might like you more. They might see you as a better fit in the company culture. Please like and subscribe if you enjoyed this video. We will sure to come back with more exciting videos on Agile topics.